It's been 6 months since Colorado's hands-free law took effect. New this morning, we check in with CSP to see how the law is working.
The world's wealthiest man has taken a financial hit after his recent falling out with President Trump.
The Olympians have taken over Colorado Springs. This morning, we get an inside look at the technology that will help take Team USA to the gold.
And giving you a live look outside to kick off your 7 o'clock hour over Golden this morning. A beautiful look from our camera atop of Lookout Mountain. Blue skies, lots of sunshine as we get ready for a week in the upper 80s. Finally, some Corey Rose weather.
That's right. It finally feels like summer.
And if you like this week, wait till the weekend.
Oh, I know.
Just saying.
90s baby.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jordan Chavez.
And I'm Corey Rose. Let's get a check the forecast right now with senior meteorologist Chris Bianchi. Finally, my temps.
Your temps are coming on up. Hey, Corey, just want to give you a heads up. It's here to stay. Like this is not just a little blip, a little preview of summer. We're going straight in. We're going head first into the pool here. Speaking of the pool, we're in the 60s right now. We'll be in the 80s later on today. Already at 60 degrees here in the 90s backyard, 63 out at the Centennial Airport, 7 a.m. That's pretty impressively warm for this point in the morning. Southern Colorado, a few clouds overhead right now. Mostly sunny over the Denver area and along the north of I-70. Upper 80s today, mostly sunny skies. Warm with light winds out there in that forecast. We get into the upper 80s for us by early to mid-afternoon. And those overall headlines, as I mentioned, get used to the heat. It is here to stay for the foreseeable future. First 90 plus likely this weekend, but storm odds increase over the next few days. Details, my full forecast. Erica.
Chris, thank you. 7:02. Let's talk about that traffic impact drive. And it's messy. If you're not looking at your TV screen, maybe take a peek. Drive into Commerce City at a crawl, and your drive on southbound 225 here at Parker Road at a crawl as well. So westbound 76, 96th Avenue not moving quickly. Earlier crash at 74th. CDOT did report that the crash cleared, but delays are lingering. That's just how it works, unfortunately. These are just typical volume delays on southbound 225 for folks traveling toward I-25. Delays we see really every morning. Let's run through travel time, show you what we got going on out here. We are now almost to 30 minutes for your commute into Commerce City on westbound 76. Heavy red out here again because of an earlier crash. Delays are still filtering out. I do want to point out southbound I-25, a little bit of stop and go. Nothing too significant, some yellow, some orange, North Glen into Thornton. Then we see a little break, and then from 76 down towards 6th Avenue, it is slow as well. Westbound I-70 drive, 26 minutes. That's a 13-minute backup between E470 and 76. We actually have improved slightly, though, on southbound 225. 8-minute delay between Parker Road and I-25, and then I-25 travel a little bit slower northbound, about a 10-minute delay for you between the Tech Center and downtown. So 22-minute drive there, 18 minutes for your southbound commute.
It's been nearly 3 days since anyone has seen or heard from this man. Right now, the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help to find Matthew David Frost. The 36-year-old was last seen on Saturday around 6 p.m. in the area of Sheridan Boulevard and West 120th Avenue. He was last seen wearing Nike shorts and a T-shirt with black Nike shoes and a black Nike backpack. If you see him, you're asked to call the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Their number is 303-980-7300.
New this morning, Denver City Council has approved a nearly $400,000 settlement in police misconduct case tied to the 2020 George Floyd protests. This was first reported by the Denver Gazette. The case involves activists and journalists who say that they were tear gassed and hit with pepper balls while filming the protests. Council member Chantel Lewis says the settlement funds come from the city's liability pool, not the safety budget. This settlement brings the city's total settlements for the police misconduct cases in 2025 to over $5 million.
As protests against ICE and President Trump's immigration policies continue in Los Angeles, people in Colorado are also rallying in solidarity.
Yeah, that's right. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon is joining us now live outside of the state capitol. Courtney, people are also expected to gather there again this evening.
Yes, that's right, Corey and Jordan, as protests against President Donald Trump's immigration policies continue in LA and across the country. People here in Colorado are also rallying in solidarity. We saw a group gathered outside of the ICE detention facility in Aurora yesterday. Take a look at this video. They marched all the way from Park Lane Park in Aurora and stayed outside the facility for hours, calling for an end to deportations that are tearing families apart. One person being held in ICE detention is Jeanette Jeanette Vizguera, a prominent immigrant rights activist who's been in custody for nearly 3 months now. Each week, a crowd gathers outside the Aurora ICE facility to rally for her and others being held by ICE. Yesterday, that group was much bigger than usual as people want to take action against ICE in the Trump administration.
I think when we see our government ripping families apart, it's so important to find solidarity with others who share your values, that families belong together, and that we can work together and pressure our government to do the right thing.
There's a protest planned for 5:30 tonight here at the Capitol, as well as on Saturday. And in just an hour at 8 o'clock, we'll hear from Jeanette Vizguera's daughter and how they hope their message or their action will send a big message to the government and everyone else rallying with these protests. Live in Denver, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
All right, Courtney, thank you. Well, this morning, 2,000 additional National Guard troops plus 700 Marines are on their way to California to respond to the massive protests taking place in Los Angeles. With the latest move, more than 4,000 Guard members are now on federal orders to respond to the protests. And we are entering the 5th straight day of protests now. Since day one, we have seen physical altercations between protesters and law enforcement. Protesters taking over streets, setting cars on fire, and spray painting buildings. At least 56 people have been arrested in these protests. The LA police chief warns there could be more.
California is not the only state that is seeing protest over immigration raids. Many more protests popped up across the country on Monday. There was a protest in Ohio after a 19-year-old was recently arrested by ICE. Community members are calling on his release. There was also a protest in New York where protesters were at the Trump Tower, leading to some getting arrested. And then there were protests in Florida and in Texas.
Right now, a counterproposal for a nuclear deal between the U.S. and Iran is in the works. Iran rejected the U.S. deal after deeming it, quote, unacceptable. President Trump says the next round of talks is going to take place on Thursday, but a senior Iranian official says that's unlikely. Trump has made it clear that both sides remain at odds over whether the country would be allowed to continue enriching uranium on Iranian soil. Elon Musk's net worth took a big hit from his recent fallout with President Donald Trump. According to Bloomberg's Billionaires Index, Musk's net worth was close to $500 billion after Trump was elected to the White House. Well, as of Sunday, it had plunged to $342 billion. The feud between Musk and Trump blew up last week after Musk departed the White House Department of Government Efficiency. On social media, Musk called out Trump's big, beautiful bill as massive, outrageous, and pork-filled, and a disgusting abomination. Trump fired back at Musk on social media, saying the U.S. government could easily save money by terminating Elon's government subsidies and contracts. Musk is still the world's wealthiest person. Mark Zuckerberg is the second with $246 billion, followed closely by Jeff Bezos with $234 billion.